What is happening? Welcome to the Plus Pitch Podcast, your more pitching podcast from PitcherList.com. My name is Nick Pollock. Today is May 12th, and yes, we are going to talk about baseball. Alek Manoah was 5 innings and 0 earned runs as the bulk guy for the Angels yesterday against the Cleveland Guardians. 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. Oh, and by the way, 5 walks. Look, just don't do it. I'm just going to tell you right now, I made it Manoah get the boat because just the suggestion of saying, hey, maybe I should get Manoah now had me feeling like that. So, no, I believe he set 87.5 on his four-seamer. Just think about that. Okay, cool. Do not go after Alek Manoah. Michael Soroka, 6.1 innings of 0 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts against the Rangers. He got the win. That is so good. And 2.01 ERA with a 112 whip and 27% K rate. If you remove that one terrible day that he had, I really can't express enough that I think Soroka's command is really, really good, especially with the cutter to lefties that's helping out a ton. Now, he does allow more hard contact than I expected against his curveball and his four-seamer, and that should impact this a little bit. At the same time, it's still like an 8 hit per 9, and because of that low walk rate, he has a 1.12 whip. That is a 6% walk rate. He's allowed to have a near 8 hit per 9, right? The ERA at 201, fine. That's probably going to get a little bit worse. That said, he is holding the BABIP that you'd expect with some of that hard contact, and the fact that he is able to command effectively is going to keep him a very valuable starter throughout the year. You have also from yesterday's games, you have Joey Cantillo against the Angels, 6 innings, 0 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. We didn't really get the strikeouts because, well, the changeup was not a good pitch. It was a 42% strike rate. Oh my gosh. Everything else was high strikes with Joey Cantillo, but he really didn't have a good feel for that, which meant that the put away rate across all of his pitches when he got to 2 strikes, just 14%. That is very low. Normally we would see something like 20% or 22% from Cantillo. And all right, you're happy with the start though. You got the win, 0 runs, 6 innings. Just be thrilled with that. This could have been a lot worse, throwing lots of four-seamers and breakers over the plate when Cantillo did not have that changeup working, but thank you so much, Angels. And guess what? He gets the Reds carpet as well following up. That's absolutely wild how that times together with Soroka and Cantillo on the end and beginning of series. You have George Kirby against the Astros, 5 innings and 1 run. We'll take that, except it was 9 base runners, 7 hits, 2 walks. A little bit of a dusty donut there. He was singled out, including one of these ridiculous singles from Altuve that was off the plate down and away, and whatever. He hit the 86 mile per hour sweeper for a single, fine. But 7 strikeouts inside of this for George Kirby. And I'm still waiting for that start where he really executes what I think would be the best game plan, which is sinkers in, sweepers away, four-seamers up, and just show me that triangle once. I really think that he's going to get all the strikeouts if he does that, because the laning of the slider or sweeper, whatever you want to call it, it has slider velocity at sweeper movement, which is insane. And the fact that he doesn't have more than 12 whiffs is just still mind-boggling to me, and I'm blaming it being on laning, that he's not throwing the sinker inside. He's throwing kind of up right now, which means that when he throws a pitch inside, it means it's going to be that sweeper going away, and they can kind of figure things out just based on the initial trajectory. You have Jacob Junis going as the bullpen or leading the way of the bullpen game for the Rangers, because Nathan Eovaldi was scratched with left side soreness. He woke up in the morning with it, and they didn't want to push it at all. We're still waiting for the results. It's very frustrating, I know. Ryan Weathers went 6 innings of no-hit ball, and then the 7th inning was a little bit frustrating. So we had 6.1 innings of 200 runs, 1 hit, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. He had a golden goal. It's great to see it. And they allowed a single on a really nice 1-2 changeup to Adley Rutschman to end the no-hit bid, but he wasn't really going to do it because he was already at 90 pitches, I believe it was, or 88, and then he got a ground out and then a walk, got the hook. Both runners came around to score 3 pitches later on a Kobe Mayo slider. And it's a little frustrating, but also keep in mind that I kind of wish Withers had allowed a hit already, because he would have been pulled after 6. He was already at 88 pitches, and we saw the velocity go from 94, 95 to 90, 93 in that 7th frame. So it's a little frustrating there. Now, I've gotten so many questions. I went on to the New York Post or SNY show to talk about it as well this weekend. What do the Yankees do when Garrett Cole returns? Who's going to the pen? Okay, just going to end this right now. Ryan Weathers and Will Warren, both of them should continue to be in the rotation. And that's if everything is completely fine when Garrett Cole returns. Keep in mind, maybe it's a piggyback at first for one game, too. And it would be really nice if the Yankees were in that situation of 6 guys being healthy. I personally believe that having a 6-man rotation is a wonderful thing for the Yankees because what they're trying to do is get to the playoffs with a healthy rotation. And how do you do that? You have a 6-man. Look at the Dodgers. They just did this. Also, all of these guys in the rotation have good reasons to be rested, right? You have Fried with a little bit of an injury history. Of course, Rodon and Cole coming back. Weathers, who has not pitched 180 innings. You have Will Warren, who's starting to get the mileage as well. And you have Cam Schlittler, who just increases velocity massively, and he's a big injury red flag in many ways. And they certainly want to make sure he's okay and not running out of gas in October. So just do a 6-man Yankees. All right. Just make it all cool. Okay. No more of those questions, please. Brandon Young against the Yankees on the other side. Honestly, we did an admirable effort at 5.1 innings of 200 runs, three walks, and 5 Ks. Doesn't get a win. Neither does Weathers because of the 3-run homer, all that stuff. Really, the only problem of this game was Brandon Young throwing a 3-1 sinker over the plate in a way to Ben Rice for a 2-run shot. So, I mean, he pitched decently here. It's just not that much of a ceiling. He throws a ton of high 4-seamers that have some good vert, but he's over the top, and there really isn't much supporting it underneath. He gets the Nationals next. I just don't really feel the need to go for it. Peter Lambert went against the Mariners and once again went deep into this game. 7 innings of 300 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. I will take this. He went once again Blake Snell blueprint against lefties, which is what I saw early on in his tenure with the Astros, that first game of the year. And I'm digging this a lot, really am. I think that he's going to become a Holly throughout the entire year. And now he's getting 13 whiffs a game, plus going deep into games. And now he gets the Texas Rangers, and I'm in. I feel like you should want this for your 12 teamers. Sure, don't feel like you have to hold on to him through tough schedules, and I get that completely. But Peter Lambert should be productive through the year, at the very least as a Toby, if not as a Holly. Drew Rasmussen against the Jays. I got to say this too. Like, he's incredible. He makes me feel dope, and he should make you feel dope because he is dope. 6 innings, 300 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 Ks for the win. Opposite Gausman, who just had a really bad day, and I feel for Gausman, you just got to get back onto the saddle. Like, it's how it goes with Gausman sometimes, and it's fine. You just keep starting him. And with Rasmussen, you don't really expect him to have a 25% strikeout rate right now, but he does. He has a 0.92 whip, and sure, his E-rate is like 3 or something along those lines, but I mean, it should be underneath 3. We all know this. He went 100 pitches as well across 6 frames, so 6 innings, 300 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 Ks. And he allowed 3 base runners in the same inning, where a 2-1 97-mile-per-hour 4-seamer, that's a cut action. It's like 2 inches of horizontal, right? Inside and off the plate, like a perfect 2-1 fastball that Jimenez yanked over the right field fence. What? I'm amazed that happened. I really am shocked. Like, he should not have done that. And that inning was 3 of the 5 base runners, all 3 runs, etc. Rasmussen's great. You should just expect him to be great. And the fact, again, 6 innings, 100 pitches. That's what we want. Trevor McDonald went against the Dodgers, and it's really unfortunate he also goes against Zach Rivera next because I kind of like him. He has a legitimate sinker at 94, 95. It's a bowling ball, 2-plane movement. It's under 2 inches of vert, which is so good for a sinker. It's a real one. And he also has this fantastic slider. You also saw a changeup in this one. He only threw 44% strikes in it. That he went 37% usage against lefties, but at least it's something else instead of just sinkers and sliders. The overall start was 5.1 innings of 300 runs, 9 hits, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. So 2 outs away from a very, very, very poor quality start. Essentially, a very poor quality start is 9 base runners in 6 innings and 3 runs, and every extra base runner you add another V. Long story short, I call him Buck because Buck Farmer and Farmer McDonald, he had a farm. Okay, I'm so sorry. Trevor McDonald, someone to consider. He's going into Sacramento next time. And I still kind of want it because I feel like Trevor McDonald might even survive when Webb comes back because will they want Hauser in there instead? And who knows what the situation will be for the Giants in 2 weeks when Webb would be ready, which we don't know if he would be ready in 2 weeks anyway. So I'm all for getting Trevor McDonald right now, even with that Sacramento start. Roki Sasaki has not given you a single start this year of fewer than 3 earned runs in more than 4 innings. Just think about that. He's gone 4 innings and twice, and that's when he had 2 earned runs or 1 earned run. And then more than 4 innings, it's always been at least 3 earned runs for Sasaki. You just can't do it. So we're going to move on to today and tomorrow's games because, I mean, that's it. It was a short slate on Monday. Now, because you haven't gone yet, I'm actually going to tell you something special. You can get not 10, not 15, but I'm going to give away just for this one podcast 20% off PL Pro with promo code Mother's Day 20. So I hope you all gave your mothers a lovely phone call, anything like that. And to everyone who is a mother, of course, out there, thank you for all the time that you spend. But Mother's Day 20 is going to get you 20% PL Pro yearly. This is only going to last for like a day or two. So if you're listening to this and you're waiting for that one moment to get PL Pro, you should do it now. And let me tell you, the things that we are making for this, just within this season, still, we're going to be adding and adding and adding to what we do with PL Pro, which is taking all the stuff that we have and throwing it into a dashboard where you can access all of our PL Pro tools and then import your fantasy leagues and get analytics just for your team with StatCast data and, of course, our pitch list ranks and everything you really have wanted for so long. That is what we're building right now and will be serving you throughout this year as we build it into a massive product for 2027. So that is what your money's going towards. And if you sign up for PL Pro yearly, you get a full calendar year. You don't get it till the end of the season. You get it for 365 days. So sign up today, PL Pro, at 20% off with promo code Mother's Day 20. Go to pitcherlist.com/premium to sign up today. But we're going to talk about today's and tomorrow's starters, the guys that you should be streaming, the guys that you should be avoiding. You should do that after this break. Looking at today's and tomorrow's starters, you have your typical guys at the top. I'm not going to go through all of that. You know this, you know that. Probable start, I understand with Yuri Perez and Mackenzie Gore that you might not want to do it, but let's just be honest with ourselves. We're going to do it. Now, questionable starts here. You have Zach Gallen at Texas. He's only 54% rostered. There might be a chance that he's been dropped in your leagues, and it is a good schedule for Zach Gallen right now. He also had much better command last start than I have in any other start I've seen from this year, even though the results weren't quite there. Really good four-seamer location, great separation with the secondaries. This might be something that we hold on to for Zach Gallen. Steven Kolek is my streaming pick of the day against the White Sox. Kolek is a right-hander kitchen sink type for the Royals, and the White Sox are not an intimidating offense. You have Jack Flaherty going against the Mets. I only have him as a questionable because it was 10 strikeouts, I know, but I didn't see any sort of discernible improvement in what Jack Flaherty does across his arsenal. There's also Slade Ciccone and Walbert Arena at 2% and 3% rostered, respectively. They're going against each other, and Ciccone throws a cutter that is at 89. He did it last start. Wasn't really the best line, even though he had that. So I'm a little bit hesitant here. And then you have Walbert Arena against the Guardians with a changeup that could be really good against them. All the left-handers that he'll be up against, but is his command going to be there? He doesn't have a breaking ball to pair it with. I'm not totally sold that this will be good, but there is a chance. And the do not start here, it's very big. Brandon Sproat against the Padres. I know I've been really in on him. The Padres are much better against righties than lefties. And Sproat's command was just really bad last start, and I'm just not going to wish cast that it's going to be this start. It could be fine, but I just think it's not in our best interest right now to take that leap. You have Brian Bayo against the Phillies. He did just have a good performance. He might be open for who knows, maybe not today, but I want to see him do it more than one game. Trevor Rogers should be starting again today. We're not 100% confirmed, but we believe it is. And it's a still ill to me. I mean, actually, it is illness as opposed to an injury or IL. It's just one of those games where you want to see it once and then you should be okay. Patrick Corbin and Colin Ray may be of consideration. Corbin has gone 5 innings of production. Not really the best, but decency, like your 15 teamers or your AL only. It's 3% rostered against the Rays. You have Colin Ray against Atlanta. If it weren't Atlanta, he would be in the questionable start tier. And Matt Waldron, I know 1% roster, but guys, don't do that. And so many others you don't want to ignore, like Jeffrey Springs hasn't been sunshine and rainbows for a while. Bailey Ober is against Miami, but it's like 88 miles per hour, guys. Don't do that. Brady Singer, Grant Holmes, Eric Fede, Andre Plante, Adrian Hauser, all these are just not what you want to do. And Tatsuya Mai is returning from the IL today, sure, but Tatsuya Mai is someone we need to see look like the guy that we expected him to be initially. We haven't seen it. He wasn't even that in his rehab start either. Looking at tomorrow's starters, probably start, Reed Demers at 28% roster, Ryan Nelson only at 27, and I just cannot express enough that Ryan Nelson, outside the two massive outliers that we see all the time from other guys, and these are even easier because it's like one inning of what, and then Mexico City, has been phenomenal. He's got a really, really good four seamer in the dome of Texas. Like, are you kidding me? This should be a very good start for you. Mitch Keller gets Rocky Road, so sure. Max Meyer, who has had his vert looking great on his four seam for 2 straight starts now against the Twins, so I'm in on that. Nova Schultz just had a really bad one against the Angels, and I understand not wanting to do that and taking a step back for one outing. That's totally fine. I think it should be good against the Royals in Chicago. You have Robbie Ray against the Dodgers. I think it's still worthwhile because it's Robbie Ray. Christian Scott is my streaming pick at 7% roster, which is absurdly low. And I know that everyone is making a huge deal out of that one game against the, I believe it was the Angels, where he just walked everybody. Fine. But that was his still ill start, and he's been much better since. And it's just, he's not that guy. We know this. I would definitely be getting in on Christian Scott. Even if you want to put it in questionable start, that's fine. You should want Christian Scott on your rosters. And Seth Lugo, I do want to give some caution about his curveball velocity going down. It's been down at least 2 ticks recently, and it is the White Sox, so fine, but it might be the decline in Seth Lugo now. Questionable start, you do have JT Ginn against the Cardinals. He did all right last time out, but I just don't want to buy into this again in Sacra Verde if I don't have to. I don't really think that JT Ginn is just firing on all cylinders yet. And then you have Kyle Bradish, who just got 10 strikeouts against the Athletics, and against the Yankees. I don't know. I kind of want to just wait and make sure that everything is okay. Just one more start, okay? And the do not start tier. Do not go for Bryce Miller against the Astros. I think it might be limited. They were even toying with Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo being piggybacked together. So don't expect a lot from this one. We just hope that it is very encouraging that we start him thereafter. Jose Quintana for your deeper leagues might be actually a value at Pittsburgh. He has done this before where he's had good starts on the road away from Coors. Could be here. It's not the start for Griffin Jacks just yet because he's around like 65 pitches stretched out. And I want to see him hold the velocity into the 4th or 5th or so before I really buy in and really be at 70, 75 before I would consider it. J.R. Ritchie is not the kind of guy I want to go for right now with his whole thing being command focused, and he hasn't had command, and now it's against the Cubs. Other ones to not consider are Matthew Liberatore at Sacra Verde, Lance McCullers against the Mariners, and Jay Gervin at Cincinnati, Kumar Harakar, Andrew Painter, and Simeon Woods Richardson. Absolutely not. All right, that is it. Don't forget 20% off Peel Pro yearly with promo code Mother's Day 20. That is not going to be around for a while. I believe it expires on Friday. So make sure you sign up today for Peel Pro yearly. Go to pitchers.com/premium. But that is it. So my name is Nick Pollock, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.